Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Purbeck Valley. We're going to be starting today with the cows. We need to sell the milk off. We've got a huge amount of milk. We are in the negative numbers, so we need to get this sold and moved in order to get the canola planted. Our class tractor is actually out, ready to go on field 20. But we currently haven't got the money to get it going. So I'm going to sell a trailer of milk to start off with today. And then we need to actually get the cows fed. Because if we look at their health and their food, both are absolutely down in the doldrums. So yeah, both of those need doing. We're almost coming up to puberty on another set of cows as well, which is brilliant. So we really need to get this working and get them producing milk again. It looks to me like we have 3 full trailers of milk to sell today. The place to sell the milk is actually going to be, where are we? Mole Valley, which is right up the top corner here, I think. Yeah, Mole Valley is up the top there. So let's get one trip done. Oh, we also need to clean those solar panels. They dirty up so quickly when we're running at this kind of game speed. And yeah, they cost me a fair amount of money, but we should have a fair amount of money coming in thanks to all of the milk that we're going to be selling today. As soon as I've delivered this first lot of milk, we're going to get the class tractor planting the canola. We really want to get that field in and done. So let's start this off. We also need to roll both fields today. So as much time as we spend in with the cows, we're going to need to get the roller out and sorted on the fields. We're making a decent amount of money here. I think we're going to make about £10,000 per load. In fact, 11,052. That's really good. And that means we can now get our class action started. So I've got a course set up, ready to go. We are doing the canola this year. So let's get this started. We've got 55% in our direct seeder. And I think that should be enough to get this field done. So with that started, we will head back down to the farmyard and do the remaining 2 loads of this before we get the cows going. So I will catch up with you when we get back up here with our second load, and we'll see how much money we make. We made just over 11,000 on our second delivery of the milk, coming in now for the third. So we're looking at hitting about £30,000 today. It's costing us £100 an hour to have the hired worker running, so that's going to eat away a little bit. But this is a really good position to be in. In fact, so much so, I think we might have a quick look at what's in the shop today. Because if there's something that's available to us, then it's worth picking up. And looking through here, we've got a spreader. I don't think we have a... Oh, no, we do have a spreader. We've got... is it leased? It is leased. So our fertilizer spreader is leased. So getting that sulky for 8,000 actually is not a bad shout. We can get it with 2,000 liters in it. It only does the fertilizer spreading, but that's not a problem because we're not really looking to lime spread. And if we do, we can do it every so often. So we might pop down to the shop and grab that, to be honest, and get something new for our farm. We are going to need to spread fertilizer fairly soon. So I think that would be a good choice. And I've seen sulky used all over the UK as well. We're back through the railway tunnel and rounded into the rear entrance to our cow yard. I forget this entrance exists most of the time. It's a very direct way to get back into this area here. So we'll spin this around and hopefully get our trailer backed up into position fairly easily. Yeah, I didn't quite leave myself enough space with my cow shed to easily turn around and park this up. So it's always a little bit of a faff to get it into position. What I might do actually, see if we can get it right round and then just pull it forward into place, because it's just such a pain to get this in place. Actually, no, that's worked better. Just needs to back it up and in. And the way to test if it's in the right place, see if we can put anything in. We can. Good. That will do nicely. We'll leave that there. And then we need to go and hook this up to the feeding wagon. However, first, we need to get these very dirty solar panels running again. So set that off. And yeah, a cleaner's going to cost us a whole load of money. But it generates more than it ends up costing. We are going to put some more solar panels in, I think, once we have sold the sunflowers this year. But the sunflowers, I don't think, are due to be sold until next month. Looking at the prices of the 1,315 average, 1,447. No, we're looking at the price actually 4 months time, really. So we should have enough money from the milk to get through the winter, and then after that we can sell the sunflowers, and when the sun starts shining a bit more again, we'll be able to get some money in from those. Let's open this up, and like last time, we will be taking 2 of each bale and filling them into here. First, I want to empty out the feed that we still have in here and get the cows restarted. So 2 silage bales first. We can put them straight in from this side. Not ideal because it's not the lowered side, but it will work. So drop those 2 in, and then we want to pop round here, grab 2 hay bales and get them in next. And that will be more hay than we need to put in here. This is only an 11,000 litre mixer, and I think we end up putting like 19,000 litres in. But it evens out as we go. So grab those. We're right up against the metal post there, but that's okay. So bring this back. And then in with this. Let's probably keep them going for a little while, to be honest. Even 1 trailer of this. Our cows only take 11,000 litres. Well, no, they take 11,000 litres a day. So 1 full feed wagon is... actually, I think that's monthly, isn't it? No, that is daily food. So our cows will take 11,000 litres per day. And we have 11,000 litres basic in here. I mean, we end up with our mix changing as we do, but it still stands as TMR. And yeah, we end up putting in about 19,000 litres, I think, as part of this. That only does us for a couple of days, so a full feeding setup in here only lasts us about 3-4 months. And that's empty. Nicely in there. Let's see how much we're up to after a trailer and a bit. Now up to 18,000 and nicely into the yellow. So I reckon we're putting about 15,000 in here from what we're doing. So a couple more full loads of this and we should be done. The final 2 hay bales. We want to get these in. I think this should be enough to keep us going for a while. We're already in the green with the cow feed as a result of the last couple of loads we put in here. And this then should do it for us for today. Even if it doesn't completely fill the cow feed, we do need to move on to the next job. It is already 1:10 in the afternoon. And we need to get all of our fields rolled today. So that very much is on the agenda. And yeah, we got 10,000 liters left. And we got 40,000 liters in. So this should top this out at about 50,000 liters. And there we go. Just over 50,194 liters. So that is plenty to keep our cows going for a while. Let's then park this up in the shed. We'll go and get the roller on the tractor. And I might go and have a look at that spreader as well. I think that would be a really good purchase for the farm. So on our way back to the farmyard, we will just pop into the shop and go and have a look at that spreader. Oh, and we could even put the fertilizer that's sitting down here into it. I think that's a really good idea. So let's have a look. I'm really annoyed. We've had a class combine that goes with this header turn up in the shop, and I've ignored it because I want to get the header for my New Holland combine, and it just hasn't appeared. Either the sunflower header or the normal header for it. So here is the sulky setup. We can take it up to 4,000. I don't think we need to. I think we only need 2,400 on this for now. Protection kit adds 150. Let's add the protection kit. Support system, simple support. Support with casters. No, we will keep that. I do want to put the cover on it though. And working width. We don't need a massive working width. We can go with the standard 24 to 36 on this. And I really like the sulky colors. Yeah, we'll keep with the orange, and we'll keep with the blue. I like that setup. So 9,618 is our total price. Let's buy that. Yes. Okay. And there it is. And we're ready to refill with that fertilizer that's there. So let's just connect this up. And then we'll refill it. And 41% full, which is great. Yeah, this should be more than enough. And, oh, wow, we need to put a weight. Hang on. We don't own any weights. I think we have, yeah, we have some weights hired. Did I not see? Yeah, there's a Fent weight. Wow. What does that go on? Because that's got no 3-point. Maybe that's not something we can get. Yeah, I'm not sure how that weight works. Okay. We do need a weight for this tractor, though, in order to work with this. So let's lease a very simple AGCO weight, I think. Yeah. We'll go with this one. We will lease that. Yes. Okay. And then I want to reverse up and get that on, because otherwise I think this is going to suddenly become very rear heavy. And we really could do with a weight on the front of this tractor. So let's do that. Lift it up. Right. And back to the farm we go. So we'll drop this off, I think, in the shed over here. That will work fairly well. Yes, this is where my seeder normally goes, but I'm considering moving the baler anyway. Let's lift the front up, switch to the back, and drop it down. There and there. Right, and then the roller is just out here, ready to get hooked up. And we'll get started on the field right beside us here. Field 32. Which we actually have a course set up on at the moment. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do this ourselves. We spent another 2,000. Oh, yeah, because we spent 9,000 on the spreader in the end. So I need to make sure that I get rid of the existing spreader I've got. And what I want to do here is get ourselves set up, bring the roller down, and set ourselves up rolling. Yep, like so. Then we'll head across the field. And with any luck, the way I've got this set up should allow us to do most of this field without having to lift the roller. This is a reasonably wide piece of kit, and doing this job really doesn't take very long. I am leaving some bits at the sides. As long as I can reach them with the roller when I come to do the headlands, we should be fine. And I think that is the case. It might be a little bit more tricky on bits like here, where you can see that there's quite an angle on the bit of field we're doing at the moment. So we've got to watch for that. But otherwise, this is definitely working really well. And I really kind of like this roller. It's just a pity that its mulcher function doesn't come into effect when you change it to the mulchers, and you actually have to buy the mulching version of it to make that work. And worked out fairly well. I think if I start in that corner that I started in, we end up being very easily able to come and get down or transfer to this end of the field. We do have a little bit of weirdness in that we then need to sort of rework ourselves, and I think I'm going to go and do the top end of the field here, and then as we start doing the headlands we can go and do the longer bits. But it's, yeah, reorientating myself down this end of the field is always a bit of fun. And yeah, look at the angle that we've got to come at here. So we've got to get far enough along here to actually make sure that we'll be able to roll everything on the headland. But at the same time, I need to reverse up and make sure that we can get turned back onto the field, not catch the hedgerow, and get ourselves back down here. That seems to have worked. Yeah, the angles on this field are not great. I've enjoyed doing this field though. It's such an odd shape and such a big challenge as a result. Top part of the field here is done, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head around the field, do the headlands down here, and hopefully finish at the bottom corner down there so that we can then come back and just do the headlands and finish up on the roadway over there. It's not a direct path into our farmyard, but it's a way out of the field without driving over things too much, and so should work fairly well for us. And if that's the case, I think we're gonna have a pretty neat finish to the field. I'm actually gonna start on the outside and work my way in. That way I should be able to go and get both the headlands, or the remaining headlands, done without too much hassle. I'm hoping we're going to finish up at the other end. We might have to have a little bit of overlap in order to do that. It is 4 in the afternoon. We still have a whole field to do, so I think this is probably going to go into the evening, and we'll go and get the other field done. The class is still chugging away, getting the rest of that canola in. The hard worker did need me to pop over there and close the gate earlier, which was a little bit annoying, but not much to do about that. And now that's continuing on. So that should be finished by the end of today, and with any luck, the roller will catch up without too much delay. We've only got very little left of this field to do. Final row, and while it isn't a full width of our rollers, it is quite nice to end up down the other end of the field. That means we'll be able to just run around the remaining headlands, get things finished off, and be done. It is 10 to 5, so this will get started today. We'll probably end up doing the rolling on the other field off camera, just so that we make it through and done. It will be dark when we're doing it anyway, so it'll be fairly hard to see. But it will get done, and we'll get finished off on here, which is great news. I am very, very pleased that we've got the canola in, done, and going. And that means that we'll only really have a couple of jobs to do remaining this year. We need to get some fertilizer on here, so we'll be using our new fertilizer spreader to get that all done. And we need to get, I'm thinking probably hay. I'm thinking a cut of hay before the end of the year, although a November cut of hay seems to be a bit weird. So we might actually we'll do silage bales. We've got enough hay. We'll do some straight up silage bales, and that will round off the year rather nicely. And that means that we are in a really great position going into the end of the year. We should have a good canola harvest next year, and that will probably end up wrapping things up on here. Sadly, that's where I'm going to be heading. So we'll see how the farm fares and where we are by the end of that. I think the next year will probably whip through fairly quickly, simply because it's looking like we're going to have our arable fields at least prepared before winter even hits. Last little chunk. I think I'm going to burst up and just get that little bit that missed there. Bring it round. Just reverse it up. There we are. That's got it. Right. And that is our field rolled. Let's lift this up. Come on. Lift up and fold up. There we go. It's because we had the wrong bit selected. But we'll head over to the other field. We'll see how the class is doing, and we'll get this going. There we are. The class is still chugging away at the field. It is in the last quarter, really. So it's almost done. What I'm going to do is get this set up so that we have roughly the same finishing point as the class. We will do 2 headlands with this, because I think we're doing 3 headlands with the other tractor. So new course. Yeah, 2 headlands. We are going to do the center first, sharpen the corners, and let's generate that. We're starting in the top corner there. We need to go clockwise. Generate fieldwork course. Right, there we go. So starting at the same point as the seeder did, and playing catch up. That should be fine. And these 2 can then go into the evening, and we will be able to just leave them at it and get this job completed. Well, we go and have a nice cup of tea, I think. So let's bring this over to here. Start this off in this corner. It's nice having a little bit of money to be able to do this with. Away it goes, and there should be enough overlap. Whoa, not that. Because that did not unfold in time. It just sort of tried to put it down and failed miserably. Right. Let's do that. Let's lower it ourselves, as you should with courseplay, because otherwise courseplay does funny things like that. And then once that's done, set it going. And then it's doing what it should be doing, and getting the field rolled. And with our class tractor doing fairly well, it's still got 381 litres in. So that will be enough to finish this field. But we can leave these 2 tractors going, and all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.